Lucky. That's what I am. I don't even know how I got here, really. But I can tell you the journey was sometimes pretty rough. More on the inside than the outside. And I wouldn't say that many people knew. Or if anybody knew. I fell into nursing. Just lucky. Knew I liked people. Knew I liked to care for them. Just kept hearing the mantra, I want to help people. Got into nursing. Was thrown into critical care. I got it paid for. I had people around me that chose to put me in leadership programs, and I didn't see it. I didn't see the gifts that I was given. Lucky. Prior, I wouldn't have seen this house. I have everything I need. I'm surrounded by trees. I live in BC, Canada. Lucky. I don't know why I hit a wall. Could I blame it on divorce? Could I blame it on trauma or events that happened prior? I don't know. You meet lots of people that have gone through those things and they don't hit the wall. I would drink to wash away my anxiety. I would put wine or beer in my coffee cup. Binging and purging. The loneliness. And yet pushing everybody out and looking strong on the outside. And I thought I had surrendered many times before. I really did. I hit baptism tubs, on my knees in my room, walking my dog in the beautiful, beautiful starry night, on my knees praying, and nothing changed. Nothing. So what was different about this one? And I would have to say it was the only surrender, even though I thought I did it a million times before. But this one was different. It wasn't done in shame or fear. I mean, I would do those outward extensions of surrender, and I would be yogiing and running and not having anything to drink, and I still felt the exact same emptiness. Even though I have 3 beautiful kids that love me and all the right things. Great job. And then I surrendered. Not from anything but love. Letting go. And willingness, I think, is all the Holy Spirit needs, is just willingness and letting go of the ideas of what you think something is, because I really felt that I had an idea who God was, who I was. The images that I had were so concrete, and they were beautiful, weren't they? And the Holy Spirit led me to see my own ego, and even how that, me, the spiritual person, that was just an ego extension. That was just an idea of myself. Yet I was crumbling over there that I wouldn't even admit it. It was just it's a Saturday. I'm walking down to the park. I want to go watch, my kids play ball. Who wouldn't want to bring a beer? I'm not saying I did it all the time, but the beat up, the shame that would happen after, And not even just from that, from the way I talked, or like, or a friendship, or anything, my ego would attach and take me out. So what was it about this time? There's a story about a golden Buddha that was covered in mud. The people in the town covered it with mud so that the army that was coming in wouldn't take it, wouldn't rob it. And as the armies moved on, people forgot about this golden Buddha that was covered in mud, and years went by, and this young monk was by the statue, and a piece of the mud flicked off. And he ran and grabbed the other monks, and they pulled all of the mud off and saw this golden Buddha. And I think when you take a little flick off of your own shell and see the inner Buddha, see your gold, you see bliss. And you experience bliss. And then you're able to let go of all of the mud. And then that's the fun part. It's getting rid of all the mud. And then I would say the next piece of my freedom came in forgiveness. And I thought again that was an external thing. I was meditating and I decided to forgive. I was going to forgive my ex. I was going to do it. I was going to free myself, and here we go. And Holy Spirit, are you on board? Because I need you. Because God knows I didn't have it. So I watched this amazing, inspiring movie about the power of the heart. You got to watch it. And I get this beautiful place, and I start seeing blue. Blue in my eyelids. Never had anything like that happen before. And in my mind, I see my ex. I go through the process, and I see compassion for him, which I haven't felt in years. I forgive him. I feel lighter. But not as light as you would think. And then I see myself. I see myself in a rage, yelling and screaming, and I grab a hold of myself and I say to her, I forgive you. And she falls apart in my arms, and I hold her, and then another one comes through, and there I see vomit on my face from just binging and purging, and I wipe it from her face and say, I forgive you, and she starts crying. Over and over again, these visions come through, and I pick myself off the floor, and I forgive each and every one. And believe me, there was some that I was so filled with shame when I saw it initially. But then when I looked into her eyes, I felt compassion. Forgiveness. Surrender. And it all starts with just being willing. Once you see your own ego and realize that there's forgiveness to be extended, then soon you see it in everybody else. And you can forgive all over the place, and the world looks different. And I know people have said that to me before, but I didn't get it. I didn't see how lucky. I am so lucky. And you can be too.